and welcome to Beautiful Tuesdays, week 3 of our 20-week Hey Beautiful Challenge. I am so excited about this week's challenge. In fact, this week we are going to be looking at one of the spiritual disciplines that too often gets placed on the back burner in our modern day society. Titus 2 tells us that older women are to instruct and teach the younger women. That means that we must be willing to be instructed, that we must be teachable. But too often, we try to go and do it our own way without looking at the spiritual women around us who have already gone through parenting, through marriage, through all those things in life, and who have done it successfully under the grace of God. Those are the kind of women that I want you to be on the lookout for this week. We are going to picture ourselves in a race, pressing towards the mark that Paul talks about so often. I want you to picture yourself in a race this week, running towards the mark that Paul describes for us. I want you to picture an older, more disciplined biblical woman that is running ahead of you. A woman that can tell you about the pitfalls that she fell into and the traps that the enemy put in the road. I want you to put yourself under her tutelage so that she can train and instruct and teach and tell you how to run the race of life towards God and godly living. Then I want you to picture another woman in your life, someone that can come alongside of you, that can be your running partner, a woman of the Lord that can help and mutually encourage one another as you run that race together. Too often we focus on those two relationships and forget the women that are running behind us. The young girls, the young teenagers, those women that need somebody to encourage and pull them along too. Women that are maybe just starting their relationship with God. Look around and see if there are some women in your life that God wants you to mentor and train and to help disciple. This is going to be one of the tasks, one of the challenges that Satan will most likely try to defeat and distract you from doing. Because you see, he doesn't want us to be under the discipline and the discipleship of another godly person. He wants to isolate and to surround ourselves with busyness and not focus on that kind of spiritual discipline living. So this is going to be one of the challenges that you might think you don't really need or that aren't really necessary for you in your life. But I want to warn you that when Titus says that they are to teach and they are to instruct, it wasn't just a suggestion. It was more of a commandment type statement. And when we start to think of the commandments of God as instruction, be careful, because that can fall into pride very easily. And we all know where pride leads, right? So this week's challenge, be on the lookout, be ready, and no matter where you find yourself in your spiritual walk, think of the verse in Proverbs 9:9. It says that with instruction, the wise become even wiser. So whether you've been with God for a long time and you think that you are one of those women that don't need the instruction of another godly woman, well, the Bible tells you differently. It says that the wise shall become wiser and that the godly should become more godlier with the instruction of others in their lives.
Are you